Greetings, beloved hearts, my divinity to yours. Welcome to Ascension Star Portal. A hearty welcome to all new viewers, new subscribers. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for all those beautiful viewers that are returning and share and support and appreciate the channel. Your comments, your love is felt deeply, intensely. As a platform of light, the Ascension portal is to walk together, hand in hand, individually yet collectively, into the dimensions, the cycles and the realms, the different levels and octaves, the ribbons and colors of light, to reach the Creator. And our journey, for many, have just begun. For others, our souls connect and know each other. But as a family of light, we shall burn bright, remain forever tight in God's Goddess divine light. And I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I have asked permission to do a reading on Prince William. I did do a reading 2 days ago, but have not posted it, because the energy in that reading was very alarming. It was in fact bloody. So I've decided not to post it and do another one, give the energy time to relax, to regenerate, and to perform another reading to see what has shifted. So I do a reading today on Prince William and ask the Creator to channel the messages, the information, the knowledge of what it is that his energy plays out in the health, in the well-being of his wife, Princess Catherine. So before we begin, I'd like for the energy, well, it seems like the flame is in a hurry, so Spirit is saying get on with it, for it's been a long time delayed. You did not want to post the previous reading, so let's get moving. So show me the energy that overarches Prince William. What is in his energy field that we can get a feel of regarding the issue? Right. So give me 3. Show me the energy of Prince William at this time. In reverse, I had the King of Swords. Now we all know reverse cards and I don't agree. There are many cards in the deck, in the upright, that bring negative or the opposite of positive messages. So when the cards appear now, Spirit said, we're doing the readings on a specific situation, and if it does come in reverse, then I am to accept it. So the King of Swords fell out in reverse. King is royalty. This is what it looks like in the upright in this deck. An energy of super consciousness, an activated crystalline crown center with knowledge and wisdom from the celestial and cosmic libraries and vaults, allowing that energy in all its color, dimension, and textures, and the jewels of wisdom from the higher to descend to earth. But it is like this in reverse. So, truth and knowledge is prevented from reaching its destination. It is being withheld. There's discretion and privacy and secrecy and conspiracy and everything else that goes with it, that is showing us that the stubbornness and the rigidity, that the kingdom, the palace, the king, and of course Prince William, that is very much part of being a future king, is withholding. We are receiving information, but it is not the truth in its entirety. It is not a clear, transparent message. It is vague, it is obscure, it is veiled, it is misted, it is still very dark, and it leaves much for interpretation. This is the future king we're talking about. Already, did you see the flame? And Spirit says, yes, go ahead and say what you need to. A future king that perhaps might not be trusted. That many people right now are questioning his transparency, his ability, to rule in honor, in valor, for something so close to home is sitting in a dark space. All right, let's move on. Show me two more. What else? I have on the table the Hermit, and underneath that the Eight of Cups, but I'm taking the top card, the Hermit. So clearly the Prince desires to remain hidden, to remain quiet, and turn his back on the situation for now, under an impression of working or being busy with other engagements, and not attend to or give much attention to the people's request, the people's persistence on the princess's health. And that is unruffling the feathers all over the world. So it is by choice and decision that the palace chooses to withhold this information. It is not just for privacy. It is because they want to, and they have a very valid reason that I feel is purposely, intently being withheld from the public. This is a dark circle. This is an energy of enclosure, right? So I will block everything out, pretend it doesn't exist, and I will just focus on what I feel I should, and the rest will have my back. Meaning, I will turn away and just focus on me. on. One more, please. We have the Fool card. Right? It's in the upright. So it's a very big risk that they are taking. And it is a foolish risk. We being made fools of as well. The public are being made fools of in a very indirect, subtle, very prestigious way. We want our privacy. So please, come. That's a command from the palace. We expect you respect that. And by all means, privacy, by all means, somebody's personal health. Nobody's asking for the medical file. And based on that statement, the public is being fooled. But there are many, many, hundreds and thousands that are in disbelief of the statement of just wanting privacy. For many believe that the princess herself, who is loved by many and has always been interactive, public, lively, and friendly in her character, in her demeanor, and her personality, is not one to subtract or absent herself entirely from her fans. For if she is able to have mobility and speech, she is able to send a thank you even just once. That is what Spirit is saying. And I have felt this for a long time, that the public just want a hello and a thank you, or even a hello, I'm doing well, something that is personal, an energy, a voice, not some random statement or picture on her behalf. So the Fool energy is very clear message that the palace intends to keep this childish kind of a game, I'm told, very immature responses, very immature, irresponsible statements. And this is our future king, who has every right to intervene, because this is his wife. This involves him and his marriage and the woman that will stand beside him as a future queen. So it's a foolish game to fool the mass. It's a very big risk, I feel, of playing this very adventurous game. And I do feel that someone will fall off the cliff. At the bottom of the deck is the Judgment card. Now I want you to see a resemblance between the Hermit and the Judgment. Right, let me do this. Right. So here's the Hermit, who's in a cave and has locked everything out and is focusing on himself. Right, we are channeling Prince William. So he's turned his back on the situation by keeping busy or stating that he is busy in public engagements and not giving light to the situation at hand. So everything else is externalized. The very same cave sits here at a lower level. So you have, if you can see clearly, people. Can you see people standing here as if wanting to speak to him, or the palace, demanding answers, demanding information and clarity. But it's reaching its proportion. Can you see the build-up of that? The people, can you see silhouettes of people are literally piling higher, probably many levels, different nations, different countries, different populations, all in concern. And you have a little silhouette of a table here with a person on this side and a person on the other side. It's as if you're sitting in a very superior position, consulting with somebody higher up for a conclusion, a solution, a ending, a resolution, information. So there's somebody seeking advice to create a diversion to energy, somebody higher up. But this card is also talking about the energy that's higher up is the supreme energy. So all of this at a lower level is the human energy. And these people are searching for the energy here, for the divine, to please help them find the answers. They are crying out for information, for clarity, for transparency. And the councils of light in the inner planes are judging the situation very closely, because they are able to see what is going on. So judgment will be served, must be served. All right. Give me 3 from here. Let's see what's happening. What is Prince William's energy? Holding back with regards to Princess Catherine's health. What would his energy like to reveal through Spirit? Spirit, what would you like to bring to us? What is holding him back from bringing through clarity of Princess Catherine's health? Or bringing some information that will bring joy to the population, comfort to the population, reassurance. Right, give me 3, please. Clearly there's a reluctancy of energy coming through. All right, so we have pride. We have pride and we have soulmate. But I'm told to take pride, not soulmate. Okay, why not? Because their energy is no longer a soulmate. I want you to look at this card first. Right, let me get the others. Show me what else. I have to interpret the soulmate somewhere in this message before I put it away. Okay, what else? Show me. Right, there's a card. Self-sabotage. Hole in the soul. Now look at these 2 cards. Right, can you see what's around her? Now can you see this? Right, I'm asked to explain something here. And here we have dreams. I'm not sure if this means somebody sleeping. Well, clearly you have dreams when you sleep, but you can daydream. But this is definitely somebody with their eyes closed. And pay attention to the signs. So there is an owl sitting on a tree that is barren, and a girl or a female finding her way in this very foresty, very eerie looking piece of nature that is barren and depleted, virtually dead. There's not a leaf on these trees, trying to come out from some deep, dark, hidden away place with a little lantern. Pay attention to the signs. So clearly we're being asked to look further than what is being expressed by the media, by the palace. And I have felt this for a long time. Right? So it's not as it seems. It's not. Her hair is unkempt. Why? Because of the length of time that an energy has not been groomed, has not been public, has been left in the wretched dungeons type of energy, I feel. You know, put away, closed away, not needing attention, so appearance doesn't make any difference here. There's a great sadness in her face. All right. So what do I do? Do I keep these two cards, Spirit, the hole in the soul and the self-sabotage? Yes, you must. Okay, let's just see if anything else. Is there anything else that wishes to come out from this deck as the third card? 3, 2, 1. No. Look at the bottom card. Sadness. Sadness. Alchemy is another form of magic. Right, so we had pride and we had soulmate. Now before I interpret the other cards, I want to show you part of this person no longer exists. Half here and half not here. What does that tell you? A lifeless body has left in spirit, but the physical body is still very much present in isolation somewhere. Is this correct, Spirit? Is the body lifeless, motionless, and has transited its physical vessel? I feel it has. This is two parts of the same person. That was meant to be a crown, but it's no longer a crown. It feels like a sacrificial energy. Spiky, pointy. Negative. Nothing comforting. It feels like something, 2 points, 2 spear ends that has taken this, severed this energy's life force. Something did not work out, right? It was meant to be, but a sacrifice had taken place. That's what I'm feeling. A great sacrifice of some kind. They were meant to stand together at some point. It didn't work out. One person, this is a spirit, pulled away from this energy and took over this energy. Hence, part human, part spirit. but it's a dark energy that seemed to have entered the sphere pretentiously, I feel, because this is not physical. Can you see this masculine energy is not physical? It feels like an energy of seduction, an energy of temptation, an influence, an infiltration of somebody's energy field through some kind of manipulation or seduction on a pretense of comfort. Right, I'll put that card aside for now. We had the self-sabotage energy from the reading, the card. This is dangerous. These two guys have come up in the readings many times as a death card, as a devil card. Right till the end, she held a candle of hope and prayer to be able to leave that kind of a situation. But I feel her energy was overpowered by something, and darkness settled in very quickly. There was no escape from this, and I have felt this before in the previous readings. There was no escape from this. So the prince is aware of some darkness that has taken place. A hole in the soul. This is a card that came out in the reading that I did not want to post yet. But there was another card that came out that had more explicit information. But I made comparison with this card and that card to show you blood. This is a body that has neared lifelessness, or perhaps in the throes of lifelessness. Every one of these cards do not show a positive energy. The pictures are enough to show you that the pride is being held to reveal the truth. For what is not what is. This is very sorceress energy, very dark, demonic, satanic energy that seems to be lurking. A dangerous, dangerous energy that a person cannot seem to escape from. So the future king is aware of a great darkness that has descended the princess's health. It is gravely dark, gravely. I have used this deck before and have not once seen this card come out, nor that card. This is the second time that this card has come out, and it was the first time in Prince William's previous reading I did 2 days ago. All right. So, the pride to withhold the information. Right, this is the crown, the head. Information comes from your mental body, your crown energy. So we are not revealing it because it is not a positive outcome. There's nothing positive to say. Time is being bought. Right, time. See? So I will turn my back and allow the torture and the treachery and the negativity to continue to torment everybody. Candle, candle. If she is in body, she is praying very hard. If she is lifeless or motionless, her spirit is praying very hard for the light, for the information. Fools. We will play you for a fool. Even if we hold on to it by a thread of life, there's something else that holds the power, the tool, the magic. But undoubtedly, there is tremendous sadness, despair, grief and mourning, body or spirit. Okay. Show me from this deck information that will summarize what is on the table. What can we expect to understand from this? What can we understand? What can we expect is an outcome? What is taking place? Show me. Okay, we have the energy of house and we have child underneath. So that is children. Okay, I have message of concern and I have mature women. But I'm not taking this, right? I want to take another card. Show me what else. Community and lovers were trying to come out. So that's people. Mature man. Oh, well, perhaps mature woman then was meant to come out because they're both mature men and women, but mature man. House. This is the palace. I am sure this card also came out in the previous read, and I did make mention of this looking like a cathedral near the palace. And could it be where her energy is placed, in a cathedral? Because I got the feeling of a building, a huge building. Yes, the palace is a huge building, but it wasn't the palace energy. It was a very dark, quiet, isolated building with lots of stairways, staircases, steps. So I did reference that card to this cathedral that is nearby. So clearly this is the energy that is being housed as a secret by the palace, and it involves other structures, other institutions. So what is it? Is it a cathedral? Is it a chapel? Is it a church of some kind? Is it a place of safety? But they're in the mix. It's a united energy, a message of concern. This is a woman very surprised or receiving a message that is alarming or shocking. Could it be that a message will be coming through maybe in 14 days? In approximately 14 days, that will be very alarming to the people. A concerning energy, a worrying energy, an energy that will be further questioned, scrutinized, dissected, probed. A whole lot of forensics done against the palace. Mature man. This is not Prince William's energy. This is a superior energy to him, which I feel could be his dad, sitting with the answer in his hands, sitting with that particular message that the world is waiting for, but he will now have to release it. 5 is change. Something is changing. Right? 14 reduces to 5. That has also changed. 2 is an energy of balance, duality, 2 sides to a story, 2 people involved, 2 places, the palace, a cathedral or chapel, the palace, some other parliamentary institution involved, right, let's get into tarot. Let's ask. Show us what else. What is Prince William's energy holding back or not revealing about Princess Catherine's health? Show us what is important. Strength card. Right, the strength card did come out in one of the readings for her as well. I don't think she is needing strength here. I feel she's strengthless actually. I think the population is what will need the strength. Or William will have to find the strength to bring out this information. It is past its expiry date. And he will have to find the courage and the bravery to deal with what is coming. It's a journey that was not meant to go in the way it ended up. It was a journey that was taken, or a decision that was made to undertake something. But we ended up in the opposite end. So now we're searching to find common ground and life in the jungle. We have the Fool again. So definitely we're being played for fools. It's a foolish game. We are juggling with life and people, not just with the life of the princess, with the health and the information of the princess, but with everybody in this world, because we have the entire zodiac in the palm of someone's hands, creating magic out of this and fooling the world. And this card sits between, well, on the Hermit and between, next to the first Fool card. So it's a double Fool energy. Very, very big risk, very foolish decisions, very, I think there is immaturity here. We have a mature man who's behaving immaturely. And this is our king in this equation, right? That is not William. So I feel that his dad, the king, is holding a major trump to this decision as well. But he's going to have to make a decision very soon. So let's just look out or be mindful for 14 days from today, or the 14th of March, Could be the 14th of March. It could be 14 days from today. It could be the... Hold on. I'm just told to look at the one in the 4, the 1st of April. She's not supposed to return on the 1st of April. That's after Easter, isn't it? As in the new month. Alright, let's leave that there. What else? What else? 4 of Pentacles. Holding on tightly to health, to wealth, to knowledge. Everything is mine. Being spiteful, selfish, not wanting to share. My word, my decision. Can you see what a burden it is to carry? It is a massive load to carry. 10 wands on your back. It's a great weight or burden situation to bear. We're struggling at it, but nonetheless, we're moving ahead because we have our word to keep, because we have a lot of pride. And if we've given our word, then our word stands, because it's my word, my decision, my life, my wife, my palace, everything mine. Well, this weight is going to topple somebody. It's going to bring somebody to his knees, because you cannot carry a weight like that for too long. Well, let me show you what tried to flip. The Death card. The Death card. And we have conflict. We have the 8 of Swords, somebody being trapped, enslaved, hidden, isolated, put in a very difficult situation that you can't get out, and there's a great conflict going on. And again, Prince William's back is turned towards the public on the situation. He's not focusing on what he should be. He's focusing on something that is offshore, that is on the water. He's waiting for, he's biding time. It's like the ship is not, it's close but it's not. So we'll bide time till it actually comes right to the edge. So there's biding time here. Therefore, I am struggling with this load. I am biding time. And it sits on the self-sabotage energy. It's sabotage. He's sabotaging himself. The card that flips over now is the Magician. So I did say there's dark magic. There's some kind of magic at play. There's dark magic at play here. Somebody's controlling this energy from an energy that was, I feel, able to be controlled or was controlled initially, but is now out of control. When we play with the absence of light, and we feel we can control everything, it actually begins to control us. Okay, that's the card that flipped, or will try to, but I won't take it. It's the 9 of Wands. I did say somebody is going to reach the bottom. It's going to collapse. Right, so we're on our knees here. It's showing. We're reaching that critical point. Show me what else. The Queen of Swords. We're asking for the truth. She's asking for the truth. Her spirit wants the truth. Wants exposure, wants clarity, wants transparency, wants everything to come to light. right, we had the King of Swords in reverse, and in the very same line or layout, in the first line, we have the Queen of Swords. That's her energy saying, I want the truth. She's not the queen yet, but she's the future queen. And it's sitting on the house card, showing, well, I want to show you the Ten of Swords flipped over. As I just picked the deck, I didn't even shuffle. I just picked up the deck to hold it, and the Ten of Swords threw itself out. This is somebody dead. Dead. Struck dead. It's over. It's ended. So what are we being kept back from or held back from? The truth of what? I'm not taking it, right? It was not a proper shuffle. So I will put it back and not be judgmental that this is what I'm seeking. Right? It has come up before, but it's making itself known that that's possibly, well, that was going to sit in the second row, which is just below this card as a message of concern, an announcement, news coming in. So show me what else. The Empress. This is a powerful woman who should have had everything going for her. I do feel this would have been the energy of Princess Catherine if something didn't go the opposite way. But I do feel she has reached full circle with this cycle. And is now between worlds. If you look at her energy standing, she is standing, her legs are behind the zodiac wheel, but the upper part of her body is in front of it. So a part of her has elevated and risen, and the other part is still very grounded. And I did say that with this card. It's as if she's half body, half spirit. All right, let's find out what else. What else, please? What is? It feels like her energy is speaking more through his than his energy telling us what is going on. I saw the King of Swords, and that was the Nine of Cups. This was, yes, somebody having everything for themselves. Gullibility. It's all mine. King of Swords. Truth. So she's definitely asking for the future king to bring the truth, and for the king himself to bring out the truth, because this card is sitting below the mature man. So this is the actual king, King Charles, that is holding the trump, that needs to come out. He can intervene. Spirit is saying he can intervene, but he's also choosing not to. He's hiding behind his health issue. But her energy, her spirit is calling for light to come out, information to come. But it's coming. It's coming. It's going to come. I feel through a great downfall, through something serious. We can't resist for too long. Okay, show me what else. Anything else from this deck before I change? the Five of Wands. We saw this earlier, the conflict. There's a great conflict in the battle, I believe, or I feel, through the prince, the princess, the king and the queen's energy right now. This could also be her energy, the queen's energy next to the king. So she could be the middle person between these two energies. So there is a five-way battle going on. There is definitely a conflict about how to go about doing what they need to do. Making decisions, who's right, who's wrong, who should be listening to who should be saying what needs to be said. But each one is being very vague, right? Because if you look at the card, although they're all in battle, none of the wands are touching. They do not seem to be touching base with each other, agreeing on anything, like how to resolve this battle, this war, this conflict. It's one person trying to instruct the other four and causing the rivalry between the other four, actually, like instigating this further. All right, let's bring this to a closure. Show us what's the outcome of this. Judgment and the Tower. So it's coming down very quickly. It's crashing. Right, and it will happen by divine arrangement. We've seen judgment before. The people want answers. The people want answers. God is tired of the nonsense. It has to end. You know, kings and queens are placed through a bloodline and blueprint from the divine to come onto earth to rule in equality, in fairness, in justice, with love, with light, to see their people through abundance and prosperity. They rule because there needs to be some kind of governance and balance to maintain order, righteousness, fairness. But the lust and greed that overcomes them through their several incarnations and the power to manipulate and to self-cater, to allow themselves to sit on a pedestal thinking they're above and beyond anybody. That has taken on a completely different meaning to why the kings, the queens, the emperors and empresses have been placed on the planet. It's the very same hierarchy or similar hierarchy that you have in the spirit world, where there are different levels of beings at different levels of energy, different realms of energy, different kingdoms that govern certain aspects of creation, the cosmos, the running, the order, etc. But none are above each other. They all work for the same cause and effect of energy and in love and light. But here there is divide and separation. And when we reach this critical mass that the planet is under a shift, Gaia is shifting into Terra Nova. Part of that energy is already in existence in 5D. Those that wish to remain in 3D will sit on the energy of Gaia. Right? And those that need to shift and move there will not be able to take all of this with. So we have to have a clearing here because the population needs to see the justice. Remember, these kingdoms have been manipulating and in control for more than millennia. Right? And the land is crying. The earth is in agony. Resources were taken through deceitful means that belonged to the land where it was placed, belonged to the people of that land. And besides that, it had an energy vibration that was magnetizing, creating vortices, ley line connections with other parts on the land. So it's like you have 5 fingers on your hand, and each one has its own individual trait, character, and purpose. And you cut one off, you may still live and survive, but it unbalances the energy. It does not function the same way. And it's exactly like that in any part of the world, whether it's in the ether, whether it's the physical. You create an energy pocket, like a hole in the soul. A hole in the soul of that energy. You've taken something out. And the energy bleeds. It's pain, it's hurt, it's wounded, and it needs to be repaired, and it can't. It mourns for a long, long time. And then Spirit comes in and says, sorry, I had enough, so I will now intervene and I will bring Tower moments. So, that is what is coming. Give me one more. Give me one more. I've got 2, well, I've got many. Take all. Take them all. This is Prince William trying to cross and keep busy in other areas of life, that's even outside of the kingdom, trying to involve himself in affairs that is across his land, his continent, his country. So he's putting up barriers in his country, and so that he can focus on something else. He can level up into something else and create a distraction and diversion. Right? But he doesn't look very stable. He looks untoward. He looks imbalanced. He doesn't look very certain. Not certain. What are you saying, Spirit? He looks shady. He looks untrustworthy. He looks deceitful. His face is showing deceit and confusion, and neither here nor there. We saw the 10 of Swords flip earlier in a different deck. In the deck that I chose these cards from. You remember those very golden colored swords that were, and I said this looks like a person that's dead. Well, there's the 10 of Swords again, showing you that clearly we're making a duck or a run from the truth, and it is affecting the entire world right now, and the world wants answers, and somebody is holding the world, looking at it and making a fool of it. This information will have to come to the world very soon. It will have to reach the people. That's what I'm told. But how much of truth will come, Spirit says, that is not in control yet. That is not something the energy can discern, because we People have the energy of free will, but the truth will have to come out. Right? Towers will be falling to give indication that this needs to reach the world in its truth. So whether the palace heeds that by understanding what is crumbling, what is taking place, is another story. Well, so far we can see much is kept from the people. But the powers that be will be losing grip. Spirit says the powers that be will be losing grip. Right? This candle seems to have melted on one side far too much. Now that tells me the structure is no longer strong. It is now going through the tower. The tower will reveal what parts of the palace is hiding, and those parts will start falling. Those, whether it's William, whether it's the king, or a combination of energies, whichever part of their agenda, their PR, their teams are working to keep what is being withheld, you will start seeing transparency towards that. It will have to melt away, become fluid. It cannot be structured anymore. There are many, many holes, many, many pockets of darkness. It is evident that we are kept in the dark purposely, intentfully, and it is also evident that the truth is being pressed upon for release. News will come, and I feel it will be shocking or unexpected, but time is being bought to strategize very carefully the pros and cons of the situation, which is very much underway. But because a date has been given, as in after Easter, so we shall wait for the 14th of March if an announcement comes, or in 14 days, or perhaps the 1st of the 4th for an announcement. I thank you for your love and your light, and as we continue to send love and light and prayer to the situation, bringing the truth out, bringing the information that is needed. Our good wishes, our well wishes, our prayers go out to Princess Catherine and her children. In love and light, until next, stay blessed.